Ladies and gentlemen, once upon a time, a sign of success was having a big house and a big car. But today, premium and large don't have to go together. You can have a tiny house and be very successful, or you can have a small car. Introducing the brand new 2017 Audi S3, and coming up right now, we're going to review it and we're going to find out just what makes this car so fast and so fun. Let's give this a try. Oh yeah, look at that. Under the hood is a direct injected 2-liter that puts out 292 horsepower and 280 pound-foot of torque. It powers, of course, all four wheels via Audi's Quattro system, and it comes paired via a 6-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. Now, if this powertrain seems familiar to you, it's because it's the same powertrain that's in the Volkswagen Golf R, except in the Audi, you can only get it in the automatic dual clutch. For 2017, the Audi A3, and in this case, of course, the S3, have been refreshed. There are new Xenon headlights, new LED taillights, a new, more purposeful, meaner grille, but perhaps most importantly, it still looks like a baby A4 or a mini-me A8. All right, let's get this disclaimer out of the way first. Audi flew me here to Durham, North Carolina to test drive this car, and it is a lovely city, and I'm actually very familiar with the A3 platform, and this is a refreshed version of that. What we're looking at is 292 horsepower and a 6-speed dual clutch transmission with a turbo that spools up like that. That's what makes this car such a hoot to drive. Of course, the A3 is, well, a mini version of the A4 or a mini-me version of the A8. So if you love small cars, if you love premium small cars, this is actually a really good choice. What does this car compete with? Obviously, it kind of slots in below an M2. It doesn't quite compete with the AMG Mercedes. Nope. So it's kind of its own thing, right? It's kind of its own thing, and it's a nice in-between for someone who wants more power than an A3, wants to stay in a smaller vehicle, but you know, you're getting near performance levels of an S4 as well in here. You'd be hard-pressed to find a classier, more stylish, and more sporty interior than this Audi S3's, especially with these optional sports seats that really hug you, and this flat-bottom steering wheel, which is becoming a bit of a cliche because I reviewed it in a Nissan Rogue of all places, really does belong in this car. I love sitting in the front of this car. It's a great place to spend time, but I don't like, well, let me show you. Yeah, that's no good. I don't like the back seat. There's no headroom, there's not much leg room, and perhaps that's the sacrifice that you do have to make when you go tiny. Except in this case, of course, if you own the car, that sacrifice may be for the person who's stuck in the penalty box back here. So you're going to see Virtual Cockpit is new to the A3 family for model year 17. And on the S models, you'll see a little bit different, which we have here, which is called our Sport mode. So it gives you the centrally mounted tachometer, and then you can customize what you put on the left and what you show on the right. So if I want to look on the left, I can have it show me my fuel consumption, short-term or long-term memory. I like always having my date. And then if you see in the bottom, you have a boost gauge, which you might, there you go. And then on the left over here, it'll tell your oil temperature as well. And so this is a great setting to be able to show, okay, I have my car settings, my playback for my media or radios here. If you pair your phone, you can scroll through and make calls. Everything done at your fingertips, so you don't have to take your hands off of the wheel. And then also a lot of people use then as your map, where you can have your navigation here, or you can switch the mode and you have a full map mode as well. All right, I've got the important numbers right here. 21 city, 28 highway, 24 combined. It starts at $42,900, but when you add things like this $575 metallic white glacier paint, the big wheels, the sports seats, you end up with an as-tested price of $51,320. Look at that. And I'm going way too fast on this side road with a huge smile on my face. Now, Audi says that it will do 0 to 60 in about 4.7 seconds. We'll have to test that in Colorado to see if it's true, but yeah, it feels like a 5-second car. Does it sound good? Well, it's a 4-banger turbo. I do like kind of that whoosh of the wastegate when it is at full throttle, but from the outside, it's not exactly a Hellcat. You don't have to go and spend a lot of money to get a lot of car. You don't need an S8. Sometimes maybe half the cylinders and half the price doesn't necessarily mean half the fun or half the luxury. You can have your cake, and with this S3, you can eat it too.
The S3 gets specific Quattro software, which is something that we use in the TT and TTS also. So now in Audi Drive Select, which is standard on every S3, you have the ability to adjust essentially your torque split front to rear. So when you put it in dynamic mode, you have more of your torque by default going to the back of the car. And this then will also help with, turn in, a little more fun to drive factor. And when you get into an oversteer situation, the power to the rear usually would be reduced to keep the car in control. Not in control, but keep it more in line with what you'd expect it to happen. In dynamic mode, it'll let you have a little bit more fun with the back of the car because it won't reduce power in oversteer situations.
With these magnetic shock absorbers, which are optional by the way, it does change kind of the ride. It makes it a lot more, it makes it a lot more stable at high speeds. Keeps the car nice and flat in turns. Bye-bye, Subaru. Yeah, I do miss the stick shift. You can't get that in the stick shift. If you did want the stick shift, probably the best solution to that would be to get the Golf R, which is basically the same drivetrain and chassis. But if you want the 4 rings of Audi and you want kind of the panache and the upper quality of materials that you get with the top of the line Audi, you're going to have to go with the Audi, but you are going to sacrifice the fact that you can't get a manual transmission. But I don't mind that. This 6-speed dual clutch is just really phenomenal. It pairs very nicely indeed with this 2-liter turbo, and it is amazing that you can get so much power out of a small engine. Quite extraordinary. And at any speed, there's just a hint of turbo lag, and boom, you're into the turbo and you're into the boost, and the car takes off like a scalded cat. Steering, well, it's electric. You know what I feel about that. It gets heavier as the car speeds up. It gets lighter as it slows down. Just like tiny houses, sometimes good things come in small packages, and it is certainly the case of the Audi S3. Now keep in mind, if you're looking for an M2 competitor, the Audi RS3 with 100 horsepower more is coming next year. This car, of course, is available at your local dealership right now. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you want to see another great TFL video, click over there, or please subscribe down there. And thank you very much for taking the time to watch this First Drive review. See you next time. Ciao.